What's up, YouTube? The Rain Man here. In this video, we'll be doing the floor runs, so at least you get an idea of what monsters you have to what monsters you have to contend with on each wave of the Pierret Hall of Heroes. So I've already gone ahead and looked at it already on my Asia account, which that was available like early last night. So I got to look at it already, so I know what monsters you have to contend with. So now we're going to get some notes on those, so at least I'm prepared for that. Let's see. Of course, for this, it's going to be pretty much generally a nuke team going in here. Yeah, we're going to take Julie in there. Alright, let's see. Vermos. Where is it? There's Ritesh. Who else we want to take? Who else do we want to take? Yeah, let's take Alicia. Alright. So I said, this team right here is just a strictly nuke team. I can use this on the first 4 floors. So don't use this as an example. This team's strictly nuking, just like you see some of the other YouTubers and streamers who will just blow through TOA. It's a strictly nuke team. And I can use this team to go through the first 3 or 4 floors with no problems. So, but like I said, I'm using this just to show you guys what monsters you have to contend with on each wave. Alright, so let's get started here. As usual, like I said, you can find me on the global server in channel 2365. So you can comment there if you have any questions about what you're working with or whatever. Alright, so the first wave is wind. I was wrong. It was wind, not water. It is the wind, so it's the wind paired with the fire phantom thief. The fire phantom thief is he can hit hard, but both of his skills are single targets. The first skill has a chance to stun. The second skill has a chance to stun if it's a critical hit, and it also gets a 30% crit rate bonus when he hits it. So there's a chance you're going to get stunned on this first wave, and of course if you do, you have to contend with getting that cleared off. But I said the fire faculty does have a chance to hit hard. His passive increases his attack power by 100% if his HP is over 50%. So any AOE hitters that you have that's going to hit hard right to begin with is going to be probably good to bring with you to take on this first wave. I said the wind Pierret does have her skills as well, which I went over that in the previous video. So you'll need to be ready for that. Let's go ahead and knock this out here. Good, single hit. Alright, the second wave is actually water, and she is paired up with the Wind Joker, the oh so precious Lucian that everybody wants for arena offense. The Lucian, his first skill is a single target, has a 2-turn HP recovery block on it. His second skill is actually an AoE, with a chance for a stun, a glancing, or a speed break on you. So that's the little jack-in-the-box pop-up thing. His third skill, his oh so precious third skill. The AoE throws cards at you. It's an AoE hit, so it's going to hit everybody. It hits 3 times, and it ignores defense. So no matter how much defense you have, that skill ignores defense. So plus you have put up with Julie, her first, as long as her HP's max is still full, that third skill of hers is going to hit hard. So there's 2 hard hitting AoE moves right here on this wave. So you're going to need to be prepared for that. I said AoE. If you have any monsters that hit AoE, such as, like I said, Vermos has a stomp. If you do have a Julie, which you see mine's transmogged, I said her third skill hits AoE. If you have a Sig, his skill hits AoE. The big thing on these dungeons is going to be to hit AoE first and go ahead and make sure everybody's not max health whenever they move. So let's go ahead and knock these out here. Alright. The mini boss. My guess was right. Mini boss was an occult girl. Oh, well, I guessed a couple of different ones that it could be, and one of them was the occult girl. Uh, the fire occult girl, Rica, and she is paired off with two water brownie magicians, the Orion. I did not see them using an Orion. I did not see that coming. But with the attack bar boost, that's definitely a good. That's definitely a good chance of that. So keep that in mind. Rica, the mini boss, the fire occult girl. Her first skill is a single target, so 25% chance to put your monster to sleep. If your monster goes to sleep, she gets another turn. Her second skill is an AoE, so it hits all monsters. It's 50% chance to stun the team, or to stun the monsters on your team. Her third skill is actually an AoE. It hits 3 times. There's a 40% chance to either do a slow or a continuous damage for 2 turns. And as I said, there's a 40% chance. You could get all three. You could get slowed and get 2 dots put on you. The Water Brownie Magician. The two guys on either side of her. Their first skill is single target. 30% chance to get a second turn. So he'll come bouncing at you on the ball. 30% chance that he'll get to go again. Second skill is an AoE. It's a single turn defense break. And this skill hits with a crushing hit regardless of your element. So just because you have a wind monster does not, his second skill is still going to hit crushing either way. It does not matter what your element is. The third skill, it will attack 4 random targets. It could hit one target 4 times. It could hit 4 random targets 1 time. But it's going to be 4 random targets. And each one has a chance. And the 4 targets are going to be a chance to remove a buff. So if you have a attack buff or a shield, there's a chance it's going to cleanse that off. There's a chance it's going to stun, defense break, and then an HP recovery block. Now each target has a chance for one of those. So it's not going to be, if you get 4 targets have a chance for getting all 4 of them. No. It's actually be 4 random targets. The first target has a chance to remove a buff. Second target has a chance to stun. Third target has a chance to get defense break on it. The fourth target has a chance to get an HP recovery block on it. So, I said this is 4 random targets, and that's what all 4 targets get. The first one will get the buff strip. The second one gets stun. Third one gets a defense break. Fourth one gets HP recovery. I said there's a chance all 4 of those is going to land on one target. There's a chance that all 4 of them will be spread out over 4 random monsters, or it could be 2 random monsters. And there's going to be 4 random targets, and the targets can be the same. So keep that in mind. That skill also gives an attack bar boost. I believe it was 40% of attack bar boost. So they're going to get to go again pretty quickly. So, alright, let's go ahead and knock these jokers out here so you know what you're dealing with now. Alright, wave 4 is actually the light Pierret, and she's paired up with the dark werewolf. Did not see them using a werewolf. I was actually surprised by that when I saw that. The dark werewolf first has a single target and has a 1 turn HP recovery block on it. The second skill is also a single target. It hits twice and there's a 30% chance to stun. The trick with Joltan, though, is his passive. He inflicts 12% of his max HP as damage if he's hit with a critical hit. So there's a chance he's going to reflect damage back at you when he gets hit. Also, his passive makes where every attack has a chance for a defense break. So not only does each skill has a chance for an HP block, and the second skill has a chance for a 30% chance for stunning, also has a chance to put a defense break on you as well. So keep that in mind. Of course, AoE hits here. That way the light Pierrets do not have max HP if they try to use their third skill. So let's go ahead and knock these out here. Alright, wave 5 is the Dark Pierret, and she is paired off with the Light Anubis. I had a feeling they probably used one of the Light Anubises in here. These juggers are kind of annoying. Their first skill is a single target. It hits twice. There's a chance for a defense break and an HP recovery block on it. The second skill is a single target. It hits 3 times, and there's a chance for 2-turn branding, which means you'll take extra damage. I believe it's 30% more damage, or 40% more damage. So if you get hit, if you have branding on you, and you take 1,000 HP hit, it's gonna be 40% more. So you'd be doing like 1,400 HP damage, so to speak. This is the really hard part with him. The Light Anubis, his third skill is a team debuff cleanse. So he will cleanse the entire team. So if they're all dotted up, defense, breaking, and stunned, the Light Anubis moves. It is a team debuff cleanse. It will cleanse all of the debuffs on them, all the dots, defense, breaks, whatnot. Everyone also heals by 30% of his max HP. So if he's got a lot of HP, which I think he is an HP monster. I actually think all the Anubises are. But I said he's got 30% of his max HP that he's going to heal them by. Also, all dead allies will be revived with 30% of their max HP. With 30% of their max HP. So, if anybody's dead, and you're down to one Light Anubis left, and he uses that third skill, everybody is revived again. So keep that in mind. Of course, their HP is not going to be max. So I said when you come in here, you want to use your AoEs and go ahead and get the HPs down so the Pierrets are not hitting hard. So that way their third skills, which is going to hit harder or hit more based on their max if their HP is max or not. So make sure everyone gets hit early on, so you don't have to worry about those third skills being done. At least from the Pierrets. Like I said, the Light Anubis, he's going to be difficult to deal with, so you want to hit hard and take them out quickly. Alright, go ahead and knock these out here. Excuse me. Alright, and the boss. Of course, the Fire Pierret, and she's paired off with a Water Pierret and a Wind Pierret. So go ahead and knock these out real quick. Said the boss on these floors can be dotted. So if you got a dot, I'm not sure that does any continuous damage. I've also got that there. Alright, so that's the floor 1 is done. And I got 25 pieces. Alright, so we hit the next stage and knock it out real quick. I always do 2 floors every time, even though I'm not going to be summoning this time like I usually do. Because I already have a Clara in storage, so there's no point in me summoning another one. Most of these Fire Pierrets I'm going to use as skill ups for my Julie, because she's still got a few more skills left to go on her. I'm contemplating probably putting 2 of them on her, going to get her a couple more skills up. I may save the other 1 or 2. In case I pull a dark, or I may just feed off all 4 of them to her. Usually, I get enough pieces for 3 of them. Usually, sometimes I don't actually try and go for how high can I go, because these floors can be kind of daunting once you get higher up. I said as they get up, their levels go up. Their star level goes up. Their actual experience level goes up. Their HP, attack, defense, and speed all goes up as well. So they actually take longer to hit, and they actually get to move sooner as well. So it does take, the higher you go up, the higher their HP, attack, defense, and speed goes as well. So there you go. There's 2 floor runs. I've got the pieces to summon one now. but I'm not going to because, like I said, I already have one. I need to summon a second one yet. So, but there you go. I hope that helps you out with what you need to do to give you an idea of what monsters you have to contend with once you get into these floors and start running them. I got a magic shot ready. Let's see what's in here. Nothing. Okay. Alright, so I hope that helps you out with getting yourself prepared for taking on these floors and trying to get, like I said, at least enough pieces to summon one. Like I said, 2 floor completions is enough to get you the pieces needed for one. As I always said, for Secret Dungeons and Hall of Heroes, get you enough pieces to summon one. You may not need it now. You may not have any use for it now. Maybe it gets buffed later, and suddenly it's AOE meta now. Everyone wants one, and you've got the pieces for one now, or you got one in storage. So keep that in mind. So if you have any questions, feel free to comment. I'll try to answer them to the best of my ability. Like I said, I'm actually in channel 2365, so if you actually see me powering up a rune or a monster or something like that, it pop up in there. Feel free to ask a question. I'll try to answer you to the best of my ability as well. If you like that video, hit that thumbs up on, please. Feel free to subscribe. Like I said, I try to do event videos and strategies for how to take on the events. And until next time, have fun. Later.